أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum dear viewers of JemeilTv. Welcome back. Today we will have an overview of the commentary of Surah 105 Alfeil, meaning the elephant. Let us start from the Surah's introduction. There are five verses in this surah. The surah reminds about the event when the Kaaba was attacked by an army from the southern part of Arabia, but Allah destroyed this army. It is the same God who protected the Kaaba. His message is now presented by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How the surah took its name. This surah takes its name from the first ayat. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل. Have you not considered, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how your Lord dealt with the companions of the elephant? The word elephant only appears in this surah and nowhere else in the Quran. Connection of the surah to the surah before or after it. Surah Al-Fil 105 and Al-Quraish 106. The incident of the elephant was related to what happened to the tribe of the Quraish, and the following surah is also about the Quraish. Period of revelation. This is unanimously a Makki surah, and if it is studied against its historical background, it appears that it must have been sent down in the very earliest part at Makkah. Historical background, as we know and have explained in the explanation number of 4 of Surah Al Buruj earlier, in retaliation for the persecution of the followers of Prophet Jesus Christ salam, in Najran by the Jewish ruler Dunwas of Yemen, the Christian kingdom of Abyssinia invaded Yemen and put an end to the Himayarite rule. In 525 AD, this whole land passed under Abyssinian control. This happened in fact through collaboration between the Byzantine Empire of Constantinople and the Abyssinian kingdom, for the Abyssinians at that time had no naval fleet. The fleet was provided by Byzantine, and Abyssinian sent 70,000 of its troops by it across the Red Sea to Yemen. At the outset, one should understand that all that did not happen under the religious zeal, but there were economic and political factors also working behind it, and probably these were the real motive, and retaliation for the Christian blood was just an excuse. Since the time the Byzantine Empire had occupied Egypt and Syria, it had been trying to gain control over the trade going on between East Africa, India, Indonesia, etc., and the Byzantine dominions from the Arabs, who had been controlling it for centuries so as to earn maximum profits by eliminating the intermediary Arab merchants. For this purpose, in 24 or 25 BC, Caesar Augustus sent a large army under the Roman general Aelius Gallus, which landed on the western coast of Arabia in order to intercept and occupy the sea route between southern Arabia and Syria. But the campaign failed to achieve its objective on account of an extreme geological condition of Arabia. After this, Byzantines brought their fleet into the Red Sea and put an end to the Arab trade which they carried out by sea, with the result that they were left only with the land route. To capture this very land route, they conspired with the Abyssinian Christians, and aiding them with their fleet helped them to occupy Yemen. The Arab historians' statements about the Abyssinian army that invaded Yemen are different. Hafiz ibn Kasir says that it was led by two commanders, Aryat and Abraha, and according to Muhammad bin Ishaq, its commander was Aryat and Abraha was included in it. Then both are agreed that Aryat and Abraha fell out. Aryat was killed in the encounter and Abraha took possession of the country. Then somehow he persuaded the Abyssinian king to appoint him his viceroy over Yemen. On the contrary, the Greek and Syrian historians state that when, after the conquest of Yemen, the Abyssinians started putting to death the Yemenite chiefs who had put up resistance, one of the chiefs, named Al-Sumafi Ashwa, whom the Greek historian call Azimaphus, yielded to the Abyssinians and promising to pay tribute, obtained the Abyssinian king's warrant to be governor over Yemen. But the Abyssinian army revolted against him and made Abraha governor in his place. This man was the slave of a Greek merchant of the Abyssinian seaport of Adolis, who by clever diplomacy had come to wield great influence in the Abyssinian army occupying Yemen. The troops sent by the Negus to punish him either warned him or were defeated by him. Subsequently, after the death of the king, his successor was reconciled to accept him as his vicegerent of Yemen. This man, through passage of time, became an independent ruler of Yemen. He acknowledged the sovereignty of the Negus only in the name and described himself as deputy. The influence he wielded can be judged from the fact that after the restoration of the dam of Marib in 543 AD, he celebrated the event by holding a grand feast, which was attended by Byzantine Emperor, King of Iran, King of Hira, and King of Ghassan. Its full details are given in the inscription that Abraha installed on the dam. This inscription is extant and Glazer has published it. For further details, see explanation number 37 of the commentary of Surah Sabah.